Okay, guys, it's been a minute since I got onto the camera and posted a video for you guys, so I thought might as well do it tonight. Kids are both sleeping, and we're chilling. It is very late. I'm sure those East Coasters are gonna hate me, but it is 9:30 for me currently, so I just figured that I'd hop on here and do a little back testing session with you guys, going over today's price action. So today is April 3rd, 2025. So I'm going to be going over today's price action and also the data sets going around what happened today. The reason I wanted to hop on here and give you guys a video is because I made a couple mistakes that I haven't made in a really, really long time that I do want to talk about, because I feel like those big mistakes make you better as a person and a trader as well. So I realized that I made those mistakes, and that's why I'm going to get on camera right here and explain exactly what happened today and why I thought the way that I did. And if you guys aren't familiar with like my way of trading, I have a whole YouTube channel going over what I use for my data sets, how I trade, all that. There's a lot of stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, feel free to click my profile and watch all those videos. I have a huge catalog of videos. So this video is more so for the people that do understand my strategy and everything. So this video may confuse those who have never heard or even seen me on YouTube at all, or know of me in Discord or whatever. But I'm going to do my best to explain the stuff that went on today, as well as my thought process as I'm sharing this data with you, and then also my mistakes as well. So stick with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's switch on over to the charts. Okay, so today was a extremely bearish day. We had the tariff news come out, and the market is absolutely in free fall. Now there's a lot of panic in the market, which is entirely okay with me because we can get the stocks on discount, but that is besides the fact. We're not going to be talking about that today. We're strictly talking about the price action from today, and then also the mistakes that I made and why I made those mistakes. Okay, so right off the bat, you can see, so I use this market net flow chart. You guys should be familiar with it if you are familiar with my work. But right off the bat, you can see that this red line started up. It's kind of hard for you to see on your screen, but I'm going to switch on over to Discord, and I'll share the like the live data. So on Discord, I like to do all my analysis. I post screenshots as the data is coming out, and then I also provide my analysis. And it not only helps you guys, but it also helps me document what happens throughout the data and what my thought process is while that data is coming out, so I can backtest those things and become a better trader. Okay, so we're going to be going over that as well. So let me just do that right now. Actually, it'll make it a lot easier to explain. Okay, so here's all my analysis. I post everything. Like once I see a change in data, I post it right away and I start talking about it. Okay, so right off the bat, 6:36 a.m. That's 6 minutes after the market opens for me. We can see that puts are absolutely flying to the upside currently. We have 10 million in puts 6 minutes after the market opens. So what that tells me is, okay, bears are stepping in heavily, and when put premiums or even call premiums vice versa, if that ramps up as quick as it does right when market opens, that clicks right in my head. Okay, we're going to be looking for a very strong to push down or push up, depending on what if calls or puts are leading in that aspect. But in this case, we have puts flying to the upside. So when I see stuff like that happen, like not even 10 minutes before the market or after the market opens, that usually tells me that we're going to have a strong bearish trend day. And then again, that vice versa if the green line is above the red line. Okay. So you can see that we had this strong push up at open, big green candle up to 548. We rejected 548, and then we began our descent down. So this is the chart. This is the actual price action that happened today. So here's market open. This is the green candle that I'm talking about. And from the screenshot right here. Oh yeah, I was just on it. This screenshot. Oh, you can't even see it. My bad. My bad, guys. Let me move this over. Right there. Sorry. Okay, so this is the screenshot from when that data set came out 6 minutes after the market opened. See that we pushed up to 548 up here. And then that was the top of the day, actually. So that was a very good short entry once we rejected that. We also got pretty close to pre-market highs, not quite, but that was a pretty strong GEX level, I think, from what I remember. Oh, 550 was the strong X level, but regardless, so we had a strong push down. That was the top of the market. I didn't get into shorts there. I did get in later, which we're going to talk about. But just the premise of this screenshot here is puts started to come up really, really heavily, and we got the rejection of 548. Usually when I see this is I'm definitely looking for short entries throughout the day or whatever it is, as long as this maintains, okay? So we move along here. We got that rejection of 548. You can see it came down, tested 545, which was a huge $3 move down. You can see that puts are at 23 million now at this point, which was only 19 minutes after the market opened. So yeah, the bulls, or sorry, not the bulls, the bears were in full strength here. I took a screenshot of it, and what I said, it puts her at 23 million already. I only look for short entries when it's this strong. So this is all live analysis once I'm putting it out. So right out the gate, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, okay, I'm looking for a short entry. I'm usually getting them on the 1 minute lately, but 5 minutes is preferred in my trading strategy. But here is kind of when I was looking for short entries. But as you can see here, we didn't really get a pullback at all. We just went straight down. So it was hard for me to get into a trade there. So let's move on. We're going to move on. So I said here, large move down showing the data showing shorts. We just tapped the low pre-market, no GEX level confluence, but strong bearish data. So what I mean by that, by no GEX level confluence, is there's no negative GEX levels pulling to the downside. And that's usually what I look for my 8+ setups. So we did get the strong move down, which is coinciding with the bearish flow, right? But there's no GEX levels downside pulling it for enough for me to get into a trade is basically what I'm saying there. Okay. So we move on. It's 8:02 a.m. So about an hour and a half after the market opens, and we just continue to follow this trend down. Sadly, I missed this entire thing. And then we also started seeing these GEX levels in the downside. And this is where I was like, okay, I'm going to try to take a trade here. We have all these GEX levels to the downside. We have 540. We have 538. It's probably kind of hard for you guys to see. Yeah, I can't move it anymore. But you guys get the idea, right? Let me exit out of this so you can see a little bit better. Excuse me. So you can see all these levels down here. So usually when there's negative levels, that means that price doesn't need to, but dealers have to position themselves in order to become neutral. So those dealers are market makers, so they have to push the market one way or the other, and those negative GEX levels are the confluence to my trades. So once those lower levels started to pull, that was like, okay, we should take some shorts. And surprisingly enough, this screenshot, I looked for a 1 minute entry. I got my 1 minute entry, and I entered probably roughly around where this screenshot was taken, and that was actually the low of the day at the time. So this is where I started to short, and you guys can see, if we move on over to here, that this 540 level is kind of where I went into short. So if we go to the 1 minute, it was actually the low of the day. So this is where I messed up big time. So we got a bounce here. So I was like, okay, we should short around here, which I did. We got a pretty decent move down, but we kind of were chopping around there for a little bit. We got a move down. I didn't trim any, sadly. And then we got this huge freaking move to the upside. And then I got stopped out twice. I tried to short it twice, actually, on the move back up, which was not good. I should have figured that we got such a huge move down already that I missed my opportunity. I just got a little too overexcited seeing those lower GEX levels. When eventually they did hit, now seeing it, those lower GEX levels did hit later on in the day, I was just getting a little bit too impatient just because of that strong move down, and I missed that entire move down. So that was a mistake that I made today. Although I was right in my aspect, I was trying to short it over and over again, and just got worse because we got this huge move up. And I can show you guys what I mean. I think I talked about it in here. Oh, we got to move over. We lost our spot. Okay, there we go. So here's the bounce. I go in short around this area, and then we just had a nuclear move back up to 546. So this is a $6 move back from 540 all the way back up to 546. Not a good time for me, guys. Not a good time. So right here, you can see in my next post, I said absolutely insane bearish data right now. GX levels all the way down to 537. So when I say 537, that's my ultimate target for the entire day. So why I said that is because 537 was a negative pull to the downside. So I like to look for those downside levels as long as it's coinciding with the flow data. So since flow data was super bearish, I look for those downside levels, and that's my daily bias of the day. And those are my levels that I look for. In this case, I just got a bad entry, guys. It just happens sometimes. I had a terrible entry. I wasn't patient enough, so I overtraded a little bit too much. I traded twice, got burnt twice, and then the third time I finally caught the move back down on the move down here. But I let you guys know, I said I got clapped today trying to short this. Not a good day for me. And then right here, you can see we got this huge move up, and I posted that at 544. So, yeah, but then my next post here at 9:28 a.m., about 3 hours and 30 minutes after the market opened, you can see that I said, you can see that this 537 level is the most negative. I said that flow is still bearish and 537 is our most negative level still. So you can see just through my analysis that I'm still maintaining that bearish bias, even though we got this huge move up, right? So I posted this screenshot. We rejected 546, which was honestly a really good entry. You can see that that was the near-term top of the day. Right here, let me move it down a little bit. So there's the near-term top, and here's the screenshot that I took right there. You can see that wick. And then we caught a short to the downside finally after that rejection, after 3 times of me trying. So, but yeah, so I was looking for 537. That's a huge move down, guys. And honestly, I just go off of data of what it's telling me. It's kind of crazy to even say that because of how high we were. Like I took the screenshot and we were at 545. So that's what, freaking $8 down on SPY, which is insane. That's over a 1% move to the downside on SPY just from analyzing that data there. But yeah, eventually we did hit it. We just kept tanking. We finally broke that 540 level, which I did short that one. That was where I shorted the first time. I got burned going on the way up twice, and then eventually I finally caught this downside move, which I'm grateful for. I'm glad that the analysis finally worked out, but you know, that's why I'm documenting this and talking about the mistakes that I made. I just had a bad entry, and I didn't really expect that huge move up. But that's what happens, guys. I mean, right at market close, that's where we ended, 537. Kind of crazy that it took all day to hit that when I wanted to hit it at a certain time, but you know, that's part of the market. Sometimes that happens. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much of your guys' ear off, but I just want to talk about the mistakes that I made. Always follow your gut and your trading strategy. Even though I lost twice in a row, it didn't really affect my daily bias of the day. I continue to do what I know to be true, and that's follow the data and the gamma exposure levels, and you guys pretty much saw that in live as I was doing that. So I'm glad today ended on a good note. But during the time, like that first half of the day, I was going through it, man. It was not a good time for me. Just because I trust the data so much that, you know, something like that, when it's so bearish, it's hard to see a huge move up like that, and you're stuck in that, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. If you guys are interested in anything that I do in data analytics or anything like that, this stuff has been working for me for the last, I mean, I've been doing this for probably like 4 years now, I want to say. I love trading data. I love talking with you guys in the communities and everything about it. It's a great time. So if you guys are interested in that, I will leave a link down below for you guys in the Oasis Trading Discord. It's a great time to be in that group. We have a lot of fun. So feel free to join that, and I will see you guys in the next video.